everybody, it's me, Mr. Lewis, the art teacher from Pinckney and Broken Arrow Elementary here in Lawrence, Kansas. Now that you've learned a little bit about William Wegman, the artist famous for his dog portraits and videos that kind of transform them and give them a little bit of a human quality, we're actually going to create our final project right now. It's actually going to be a portrait in the style of William Wegman. You're going to get to choose to either make it more of a self-portrait, or you can completely make it up and draw the shapes and colors that you want the person to have. You will be able to either cut and glue the shapes and colors that you would like for your portrait in the style of William Wegman, or if you're the type of person that likes to draw in color, you'll have that option as well. Are you ready? Here we go.
Okay, let's cover the art expectations. Respect yourself and others, respect property and supplies, respect your time, and try your best every day. Alright, the first video that I'm going to do is going to be for a collage portrait of a William Wegman inspired pet. Now I'm going to start by using the worksheet and cutting out one of the dog heads that I like the most. Take your time, go right around the edge please. If you have any spots that you need to trim, take the time to do that. After you get the dog head cut out, you're going to select a background. I picked orange here. Then I'm going to use my glue stick, apply glue to the back of that portrait, glue it down right about here so that you've got enough room below the head to draw and cut out and glue down the body that you're making up or that you're trying to create from a self-portrait. Now I use my pencil to draw about the lines and shapes that I wanted for a blue sweater for my William Wegman dog. Then I'm kind of trimming it down to about the correct proportions. I'm just using my eyes to determine what looks good. Once I've got my shape cut out and it's the right size and proportion, I'll spend some time gluing it down. And then I'll begin thinking about what kinds of details I want to add to this image. You could use leftover scraps to do a pattern on the clothes of your animal. You could use any pieces of paper to cut and glue accessories like hats or scarves. And that's where I think I'm going to take this project. I've got a really nice pattern with these orange triangles. I'm going to glue those down and then finish it up. Let's fast forward. Alright, as you finish cutting and gluing the shapes for your portrait, don't forget that you can use markers or crayons to add any extra details to finish off your image, and don't forget to submit it for the seesaw activity. For my second example, I'm actually going to create a self-portrait, so I'm not going to make anything up. I'm going to need a lot of supplies, like a mirror to look and see what the shapes and colors of my clothes are. Hey there! I'm also going to need some scissors and pencils and glue, because I am going to still cut out dog head from the worksheet. Okay, once you've got your dog head cut out, you're going to glue it down to a piece of blank paper so that you can draw on the rest of it. Put the dog head just a little bit down from the top with plenty of room to draw the shirt or jacket or sweater or whatever kind of details on the clothing that you're wearing. Don't forget that you're going to look into the mirror just like this to see what kind of colors you need and shapes you're going to include. Start drawing with a very light line, sketching all of the shapes and lines that you see in the clothing that you're wearing. Now, what you're trying to do is imagine that your head is where the dog's head is on the page, and that all the details that you see down below your neck are what you're drawing and including. Try to sketch as much of the details in your clothing as you can. Don't worry about adding any shading or dark and light areas. I would focus simply on the lines and shapes that you see in the clothing that you're wearing. Then you can start to think about color. Get out some markers or crayons or colored pencils. When you start coloring, pay close attention to the colors that you see in the mirror. Try to find or mix and blend colors as close as possible to the ones that you see. Once you finish adding color to all the details in the drawing part of this project, start to think about what kind of background you'd like. I'm not going to do a background on this one because it's time to end the video. Peace, y'all.